Welcome to Having Words, you guys. Tom, you're back again.
Yo!
Yo!
I never left. What are you talking about? This is my life.
Last week, episode 25, it was Penny and I. We explored a different format for the podcast. So if you want to listen to that, listen to episode 25, last week's episode. This week, we have a guest which has already been on 2 weeks ago, Woody Cox.
We're running out of guests.
You know it.
You know, running out of people on the earth.
Yeah,
Woody, welcome back.
Thank you very much.
Do you feel a lot more confident this time?
Yeah, it's just easy now, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah? What's so easy about it?
It's not easy, but like it's just having a chat, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
Basically.
At gunpoint, yeah.
Yeah, in front of microphones.
Yeah.
Naked.
You did have to catch me first. But
What?
Okay. It's been,
one of
dangerous.
those big nets like
One
on
of those
SpongeBob.
Charles-
They catch
Yeah.
catch the butterfly.
Yeah.
Jellyfish.
We've caught a
No,
Woody.
jellyfish, not butterfly. Obviously, it wouldn't be
Yeah.
a butterfly underwater, would
Yeah,
it?
you can get butterflies in the water.
The pressure's getting to Woody.
Yeah.
Butterfly. Now, Woody, when you were last on, obviously Tom wasn't there, but you spoke about yourself, your projects and everything, which I loved, and we can speak about that a little bit later.
Yep.
But how did you feel the episode went as a whole? It was your first ever podcast or audio experience?
Yeah, it was good. Like listening back to it, I thought it was quite good, and it made me laugh. Like
That's good.
listening back to the conversations we had.
Yeah.
It was good. Yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah.
Liked it. It's something that I'd like to do in the future as well. Like,
Yeah.
To be honest, I didn't listen to the episode.
no.
But I heard some of the snippets, and they were quite funny.
Now, this week, before we begin, I want to say to you guys that in the news, there's a lot of bad, negative stuff happening in the world.
I hate it when people say that because the news is reporting what is going on out in the world.
And it's all depressing
unfortunately,
stuff.
A lot of it is shit.
Yeah, but-
because the world is shit.
Yeah, but
Everybody should kill themselves now.
But a lot of good things do happen in the world that no one ever hears about.
Exactly,
true.
Woody. Which is why I want to start off the occasional episode with a Restoring Faith in Humanity news headline. Okay? Is that right?
Then
Woody?
if we sort of enter dangerous territory, because then we enter, like the chat show.
What is good?
You get shut up. You get like you get the chat show hosts who like go through a little bit at the beginning of their shows, like making a joke out of happy things. Or
We're not
talking
making a
about
joke
happy
out of
things.
it.
I hate that. I hate it when they do that. Like he does it on like Graham Norton, or he does it on like Jonathan Ross show.
Yeah.
And they just talk about happy things, and they try and make a joke out of it, and it's like just stop because it's really.
Let
cringy.
it be, yeah.
But I mean, we can do that.
We're not doing that. I'm just want to like bring up the mood. You know, a lot of bad things have happened recently on Earth, and so this is one good thing. I have a piece of good news from this week that's actually been reported on to restore some faith in our humanity and the listeners' humanity. The headline is: in the UK, first UK supermarket chain to eliminate plastic from produce will save 1,300 tonnes of plastic from landfill. That's some good news.
It's Waitrose, isn't it?
It is Waitrose, yeah.
Big up Waitrose.
Pick up Waitrose, but actually other supermarkets are going to try and take this over as well. Sainsbury's will start by removing 489 tonnes worth of plastic bags.
Sainsbury's is really bad.
Do you think
Sainsbury's
actually?
has so much plastic.
I didn't know that.
It's crazy. Sometimes when I've been delivering posts, I've seen it a couple of times. Someone has bagged up in a separate carrier bag all the Sainsbury's plastic and written on it Sainsbury's.
Really?
I've seen that a few times, and it's just sort of like a little protest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
A
That's
lot
really
of
cool.
plastic.
But like Woody, you actually worked in a supermarket
Yeah.
in Waitrose.
Yes, did. Yeah.
I worked in Asda, so we were exposed to a lot of. We see so much
You
packaging.
can't make it out,
Yeah, and
like-
it goes in the baler, doesn't it? You do.
Yeah.
You put it all in the baler, and I heard something really horrible that they do it for it to go and get recycled.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time, and the workers are sort of. It's their fault, and
Yeah.
when they put like cardboard in the plastic one and stuff like that, it doesn't actually get recycled. It has to be like 95% plastic for it to actually
Really?
get recycled. Otherwise, they just throw it away. Yeah,
That sucks.
Well,
it's crazy. Like,
yeah.
that is really sad. But yeah, no, like
mean, this
big up
is
Waitrose for going.
Big up
eco.
Waitrose.
Yeah.
Big up the supermarkets for following this finally.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw. I don't know if you guys saw the pictures of like there was. I think it was an Audi in Canada or somewhere not in the UK where they were wrapping their produce in like banana leaves and stuff. I don't know if you
wow.
saw
Saw
that.
that.
It was
cool.
really
It's
cool.
a great
Yeah.
idea.
So yeah, that's something to
It'd be
restore
typical
some faith.
Canada to do something.
Typical,
like
yeah,
that.
Canadians.
Yeah.
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 So yeah, there we go. Some faith has been restored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back
Oh,
into
and on
humanity.
that note, the UK I heard had its first day. I think it was a day where it was entirely running on like solar power or wind
Yes.
power.
Yeah,
that was
the-
recent.
The balance has recently just gone the other way. So
Mm.
like over 50% of the UK is now run on
Yeah.
renewable energy. which is
I think I
cool.
saw that on LinkedIn, the little graph of like the and they cross
Yeah.
path, which
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Yeah,
to
it's
think.
amazing.
It is great.
It is-
But we
you-
are opening a coal mine in Cumbria.
Uh,
That's actually happening.
Wow.
Well, Wales has a tidal power plant, I think.
Yeah.
In a
Isn't that the
lagoon in
most
Swansea.
efficient as well, I heard?
It's really, really efficient.
Yeah, hydropower is meant to be
Yeah.
one of the best, isn't it?
Nuclear and hydro. Yeah, they're supposed to be one of the most effective ways of producing energy.
Yeah.
Unless you have a Chernobyl. Then
Yeah.
you've got-
Yes, so Tom, you're actually watching Chernobyl, the series.
Yeah, great program, man.
I haven't checked out yet, but I've heard
brilliant.
it's because obviously it's HBO.
It is. Yeah.
They finished a Game of Thrones and then suddenly Chernobyl came out, and it's supposed to be really good. I
Yeah,
want to check it
it's
out.
great, yeah.
Have you seen it, Woody?
No, I haven't. It's on my list of things to
Yeah,
watch.
same. It's cool though, but it's so cool because you don't hear about this in the news that much. The fact that the UK is now over 50% actually reliable on renewable energy. Is
Yeah,
really
It's
interesting.
amazing. It's one of the few countries that is.
Yeah,
We're definitely
exactly.
up there.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
It's well, we are one of the windiest countries probably as well, so it makes sense having
Scotland.
wind. Yeah.
They're
Oh
probably
yeah,
going
Scotland.
away
Oh my
from
god,
wind
yeah.
energy.
Why don't we
Yeah.
turn Scotland into a massive one turbine, a massive turbine? It'll just spin around and
Yeah.
power all of the UK.
But then all the Scots will have to come to England,
Oh, yeah.
and then there'll be, like,
And also-
rules over
Yeah, some
you know.
drama.
And also,
Yeah.
the continent might fly away as well. If it's like a massive fan, it might send us up.
Yeah, that could
True.
happen.
It'll turn into like Pangea, like all the whole
we'll,
thing.
we'll be floating. Yeah, the UK is passing up with the USA today.
Well, they'd finally get their independence.
Literally
Fuck you guys! We're out!
flying up. Now, you guys. Firstly, before we start the question section of the podcast, how are you doing? How's everyone doing? Oh, Tom literally just started.
No, I'm good, thank you.
You're good, Woody. Last time you were on, you've been to Greece and back, so actually
I have been on
you've got a
holiday
tan on
since.
going on.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, good. Feel like a bit of a changed man, really, since
You look
being
like
back
it.
on holiday. Yeah. Yeah, just, I needed it. Definitely needed it. And
Yeah.
so-
How long were you gone for? Like a week?
Yeah, it was 7 nights.
Yeah.
So, like, 8 days, yeah.
It's a nice
11 days,
amount
7
of
nights.
time.
Oh yeah, and you would I saw the Snapchats and everything, all the cave stuff you were doing, all the mountains you were climbing. We spoke about it
Incredible,
earlier.
yeah.
It just sounds like so much fun.
Yeah, and we hired a car as well.
Yeah.
So, my first time driving abroad.
Oh, yeah, I think I saw that on the other
oh,
side of the road.
Yeah, it was. So me and Arthur shared the drive,
Mhm.
and the way Jamie put it was like Arthur was a bit too cautious at the beginning, or like throughout the whole holiday,
Yeah.
and I was a bit too confident throughout the whole holiday. And yeah, we did have a few scares, and obviously in Greece, in Kefalonia,
The roads are very small.
the roads are very small, so you can come like head on head, and someone has to back up. Or,
The amount of drivers
and-
that drove off the cliff.
Yeah.
You've been driving it.
There's another one.
Yeah, and our sort of hotel was on like a bit of a hill, or like a big hill, like.
Well, did you put the handbrake on?
And so you had to go. Literally, it must have been about a 30-degree like gradient going
Yeah.
up. It
Well,
was
that's quite hot.
it was so steep, and yeah, and like getting up, like yeah, we sort of had a bit of a problem there. Like I won't go into it, but if Arthur's listening, he'll know.
Oh no,
'Cause
Arthur.
he was driving at the time.
Arthur, if you're listening, send us an email and let
Yeah.
us know what's going
An
on.
email.
An email, happywestpodcast@gmail.com.
And I did scratch the bottom of the car.
Oh no.
I sort of went like I was doing like a hair point turn, and I just dropped off, and it just scraped the bottom of the car.
Wait, what dropped off?
It like I was doing sort of like a turn.
The car.
All the luggage.
No, like going around a really tight corner. I didn't realise like if you went too tight, it was just a sheer drop, and so I just scratched the bottom of the car. Like
Jesus Christ.
yeah,
Holy fuck.
I've got it on video. You can't hear it; it's a time lapse. But
You time lapse. I was supposed to time stop the drive.
yeah,
And then just
because I
have to-
stop and I'm going really slowly around the corner, and then you just hear. Yeah, it's bad.
You look
but-
back, half the car's gone now.
Yeah.
How big was that? You look forward to falling down the mountain.
That sounds so scary.
Yeah, but it like the worst thing, not the worst thing, the hardest thing about it isn't even driving on the other side. It's the perception of how much car you've got on the other side.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because when you've been driving over here, you know exactly how far your car
Yeah.
is over, but
Yeah.
you don't know how far it is the other way. It's hard
Yeah,
to get a
that's
gauge.
really
on that,
weird.
So yeah,
So you're driving, slamming into that side of the side. Oh shit.
Jesus.
Yeah, and I've been doing well as well, guys.
that's good.
How are you?
How are you?
Yeah.
Just edit that in
That's
before.
what, how are you? I'm doing really well, guys. Now, this week I have some different questions for you guys. So, obviously, we're used to the rapid fire questions where I ask each of you.
That aren't rapid fire.
That aren't rapid fire at all. Where I ask you guys.
Slow fire.
Rapid slow fire.
questions.
Well, I asked you guys 5 questions each and you answered them in a very slow, rapid manner. And last week with Penny, we did a segmented questions where I set the scene of like you're in a zombie apocalypse, and I asked 2 questions based off that, like what weapon would you choose of choice, like who would die first, etc., etc. This week we have 7 questions.
Fucking Jesus.
What?
Aggression, mate.
This week. This week I have 7 questions for the both of you to answer, and you'll take turns answering the questions. How does that
7?
sound? 7.
For both of us to answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not individually, so you both answer the same questions.
When do we get to ask Josh questions?
Not often.
So now,
It's 'cause I can't be bothered to host, so that's the problem. That's where
it's difficult, Tom, because you have other things going on where you can't host.
Yes.
Oh, so you secretly have another podcast.
Well, that would be a plot twist.
What would it be called?
It would be called Words Having.
Shit! Our biggest competitor.
Yep. Run by me.
Having images. What? It doesn't make any sense.
Having visual images.
Podcast.
Having speaking.
Having
Yeah.
speaking. doing words.
Sounds like a shit podcast, to be honest.
Doing words is actually the porn version of having words.
Doing.
Oh
yeah.
Oh.
You just dress up as letters. Just make a word.
It sounds terrible.
Okay, so I've got 7 questions for you guys. First question. This is a pick one out of the 3. So you do the buzzer. You slam the mic.
Play slaps for it.
Ow!
You go first.
Shark diving, bungee jumping, or skydiving? Which one would you guys do? Shark diving, bungee jumping, or skydiving?
Skydiving, I totally want to do that.
Yeah, same.
Absolutely.
Same, Woody?
Oh, shark diving.
Really?
100%.
With a cage or without a cage? Just do it!
Just hopefully it just kills me.
Drop me. Go for it. I'm
no,
ready.
No, you know what it is? It's the heights. Like,
Really?
But bungee jumping and skydiving, they're both 2 things that you're just too high up, and men just aren't.
That's
meant
the
to
point
be.
of it.
Choose
Yeah.
something to do quite low.
No, but
I want to be
you know,
3 feet off the ground.
chair.
unless you're in a plane, you're
Around
not
your
meant
neck.
to be that high without being in something that's going along.
Yeah,
So,
are planes
Well, you're not
supposed
even-
to be-
you're not
planes
meant to
aren't
be in a
supposed to be in the air though. Like,
What do you mean? They spawn naturally, Tom.
yeah, but
so what do you make a plane for?
Well,
then?
yeah, but the air. Do you know what I'm trying to say though? Like planes, there's
They're
not supposed to
built-
be stuff in the sky. Like
Yeah,
Clouds.
Yeah, but planes are built. Planes are built to get us up there. We aren't meant to be up there on our own.
but planes are built to get us to places quickly, not to stay in the sky.
Yeah, but you never see a plane on the motorway, do you?
You're
Doing like 1,000 miles an hour on the motorway.
Well, Woody, let me ask you this question then. Why? Well, people were meant to skydive because there's gravity. Gravity's there, so we can skydive, Woody.
No,
It makes sense.
Gravity was meant to keep us on the planet.
Yeah,
Like,
falling
on the
down, which is why we can fall down.
On the surface of the planet, not from stupid high places.
So Woody,
You
you'd
jump-
rather be underwater with something which would see you as food and try and eat you
Yes.
than be.
Is that more natural?
Yeah, at least
Being underwater.
you're being one with nature, and if you die, then it's you join the
So do you
The
think you fall?
food chain.
the food chain, yeah. But if you die doing a skydive, it's
Unless
just
you fall into a
pointless
shark
death.
bit.
And at least the shark gets a good meal. It's like the whole Harambe thing, like
How is it like that?
Oh, what?
Harambe thing,
How are we doing? Carry on.
because like
Harambe.
Josh has given up.
What year is it?
No, because it was the Harambe anniversary of like 3 years ago the other day. It was.
Why did you follow this?
Because like Harambe
Why
was
has
just
it got an anniversary?
because he died. He got a
It's
shot.
Who did
monkey.
he get married to?
Yeah, what? You know what? Let's move on.
No,
Next question.
how
No.
is it like Harambe?
Was Harambe the one where the kid went in?
Yeah.
Yes.
And he was
And
just dragging him
He
around.
was just like flipping.
Woo!
dragging
He
him.
wasn't. He was.
He was protecting him.
Yes, but in quite a
Aggressive manner.
Not an aggressive
I will keep
manner.
you safe.
In a monkey manner that
Monkey!
What does that mean?
like a little bit more
boisterous.
Yes, than a human would be. Like, imagine
Tom can throw shit at you.
No, Tom, imagine with your baby girl, like, you know, imagine being a monkey.
Where's our baby? The monkey. Not again.
Saying the monkey. Monkey's from a bird. She's just like. How does that relate to?
Because it's like the circle of life.
Climb.
Like,
Evelyn, climb out. Evelyn, go.
No, but
Evan, pull the shit.
Pull the cloud. Pull it.
no, but like they shot Harambe, right? And
Kill it.
like really, it was just doing what was like natural.
Excuse me, ma'am, we're gonna have to kill your kid. It's the only option we have.
What? No, just let Harambe give it back after it's done.
No! Where is he? I just like
After it's done.
After it's done doing
playing
it.
cards with the kids.
Or like just taking care of it, or like sneakily get it. Don't shoot it.
So when Harambe's sleeping, they send in a SWAT team.
Yes.
Go to the kids. Accidentally get the monkey.
With a giant.
Accidentally get Harambe instead. Like
He's your daughter.
Huge orangutan.
I don't know.
Silverback or something.
Yeah.
I get how that links with the question already.
Because it's all about like, you know, if you die skydiving, then you just die. But at least if you die in the shark cage,
You
then
don't carry on living.
no, you don't carry on living. But at least the shark got some food.
What?
Like, you must see what I'm trying to say.
No.
I don't think I do.
I'd rather
Really.
skydive.
I would do skydiving as well.
Well, it's only the heights thing. Like, you know,
That's all you had to say. You didn't have to say like you'll carry on living if you get eaten by a shark.
Actually, there's we spoke about skydiving because my cousin Joe, who was on an earlier episode, went skydiving, and you're gonna have to hear his story on skydiving. It's really funny. That's episode 15 for you guys, and that's a very good episode because we talk about Joe's skydiving experience. Woody, actually, I'm gonna make you do a skydiving experience now.
No, you're not.
No, can we both do it? Can we all do it?
Should we
all
go
just do
right
it?
now?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've heard bungee jumping is a lot scarier than skydiving.
Well, yeah, because you've got to relive it about 20 times as you go up and down.
I'm fine.
Have you seen that video where they like this guy's doing the bungee jump and then like they're like go and then as he's about to go they're like, oh my god, don't go, and like and so for the whole bungee jump down he thinks that he's not attached properly, and so he genuinely
hell.
just thinks he's gonna die.
Oh, just feces coming out.
And there's also that one where like this guy just pushes his girlfriend's like getting ready for it and he just pushes her.
Excuse me, sir, she wasn't ready.
So you're the one that charged.
She must have definitely broken up with him. Like,
She would have been down.
I'm leaving.
No. She was ready. She was all strapped up, but she was mentally preparing for it. And then he just went and pushed her.
He jumped the gun.
Yeah.
Sparta kicked her.
You bitch.
She'll love this shit.
She loves it when I'm rough.
Will you marry me? Next question, guys.
Oh, yeah.
On a deeper note, because Woody, you kind of inspired me last week, so this is where I got the question from.
Oh, thank you.
Who inspires you, and who do you aspire to be like?
I'm gonna link this. I did a blog post about this.
Here we go. Plug it, Woody.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say myself in 10 years' time.
Ah.
Oh, shit. Nice.
Because I'm never going to be able to beat who I am in 10 years' time. This is, I took this from, so I guess you could say I do look up to Matthew McConaughey because he was the one that came up with this.
Okay, yeah.
And it's basically like you're never going to be able to beat yourself in 10 years' time.
Well,
you're going to be looking forward to yourself in another 10 years' time.
Yeah.
See what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
So you're always going to be chasing yourself. So
Yeah, I get
that's
that.
my answer.
Ah, I like that.
That's nice.
I like that. You're inspired to be
That's
yourself in 10 years' time. Tom?
I can't really
Woody in 10 years' time.
I'd like to be Woody. I can't really beat that, to be honest. I don't think I have an inspiration.
No.
There's no like celebrity that makes me go.
Was there anyone that you look
Indiana
up
Jones?
Be like that.
Little dig there.
That's another one. That's a good one.
to? Finding pots, Tom.
Yep, that's good. Yep.
Woody's loving insulting you.
Yeah, that's
Or like just anyone that inspires you, or like I feel like everyone inspires me to some extent. Like my dog inspires me to some extent.
I mean,
like
everyone you meet probably inspires you to be a little bit of a better version of yourself.
whoa,
I
you
wouldn't
guys
go that far.
Apart
Some
from,
pretty bad people.
yeah, apart from
like-
Woody, I mean, it doesn't really inspire anything in me. Apart from wanting to be better than...
I guess even people worse than you can inspire you, just to not be
Be
like
like that,
not
yeah.
end up like that, yeah.
But is that inspiration or is that
It
like
is.
a warning? Inspiration.
Both.
I'm inspired by fear.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, that counts. That counts. Next question: do you guys? And some people don't like talking about this. When I brought this up with Penny when I was planning this, she was like, "I can't talk about it." So
I'm
like,
not circumcised now.
Do you guys believe in ghosts?
No.
Do you not at all?
No.
You don't believe in any of it?
No.
Or spirits? Or the paranormal?
No, not really.
Do you not?
I believe in like destiny.
So you don't believe like after you die nothing happens?
Well, you do because sharks eat you.
It's difficult because like for people that you lose or even animals that you lose, and like I do it, I believe, or I like to believe that they're still out there in a certain way, but at the same time I'm very rational and I think that that is not the case, but no part of me is like would ever shoot down the idea that someone might have that belief,
Yeah.
but I just don't think it's the case.
Yeah. Like, you're not going to actually have an argument with someone and be like,
No,
that
of course
isn't true, because they
not.
can
Of
just...
course not.
When you get to those big like white gates eventually, you're going to be like, I didn't put it out. Like,
I mean, I left the door open for this reason.
Let me in.
You want to just let me sneak in?
Sneak
Get
in.
sent to hell. Yeah.
Woody?
yeah, no, I definitely think there is a power beyond us.
Yeah.
What that is, I don't know, and I don't think we're ever meant to know. And I
Yeah.
think that's the whole point of faith. But I'm not assigned to a particular religion or anything like that. But I just, I don't know. I think life's a little bit too special just to be
It
made
is.
by chance.
But
It
then,
really is.
is it? I don't know if it is.
Yeah, but it brings on to the
No,
question
but
of...
like you just think, Tom, like even 100 years ago, how like much we're advanced now than we were back then, and even more so, like
But that's just meant to happen
Yeah, but why is it meant to happen?
yeah,
because humanity is a very innovative.
Yeah, but why is there
Race.
humanity?
Why is there humanity?
Why is there life? Why is there
we're
anything?
only progressive as a society because we all want more knowledge.
But
Like
to be fair, we're
that.
progressive because of warfare. I'd say most of the innovations and creations and research and
Happen
breakthroughs
through-
we've had
happen
is
through
because
conflict.
of war.
Mm.
And
yeah, but that like fuels it. That makes that pushes people to be like, yeah, we want to do it more. But it doesn't mean that it wasn't going to happen at some like for
It would have
instance
happened
the
differently.
light bulb.
it's true.
If that potentially it could have
Some things are like
Right.
catalyst.
Yeah.
By like conflict.
definitely,
or by, yeah.
like
because
medicine,
they
hugely catalyst by war.
yeah
And
100%
death, yeah.
Yeah.
Such as seatbelts on cars. That only happened because so many people kept dying without having seatbelts in cars. That's the
Surely there was some way we could strap them in.
yeah.
Cancel cut the car industry, wait.
I honestly don't believe it. It's probably coming from me because I do have an open mind. Don't get me wrong. I'm probably making it out like I don't, but I do have an open mind. And if someone proves something to me or shows me something that I believe and can see it actually, I will believe it.
You're
But
very much
until
like
then-
there needs to be evidence behind it.
Until then, I'm just not gonna.
What
buy
about
it.
things like the Loch Ness monster?
That obviously doesn't.
Like,
No, that's an interesting segue, Woody. But
no, but
it's,
like or like Bigfoot and stuff like that. You're a skeptic for them as well. Because I am. I don't believe.
I don't believe in Bigfoot.
No, but like I don't know why, Tom. You just strike me as the type of person that would go on like a Sasquatch hunt
Sasquatch.
or
to
something
go
like
find
that.
Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Let's
He's
find
out there
it, boy.
somewhere. Day 3. I'm eating my own feces. But we'll find him.
But even though we have food in the
Stop.
camper.
Ridiculous. I've actually been to.
You've been on a Sasquatch hunt.
I've had a chat with Bigfoot. I've been to Loch Ness.
Have you actually?
Yeah, when we went to
Ah.
Scotland as part of an archaeology trip.
That's cool.
We went up
Oh,
there.
guys.
And we went to the town where they have a museum dedicated to the whole thing to do with tourists coming to see if there's a monster, or
Yeah.
even the fact that is there a monster or not.
That's the whole thing. Is I think
It's
it's
all
just
just
tourism.
nonsense. That photo, the really old photo, of there's like a head sticking out the water, is proven to be fake.
Yeah.
Like, it's
But it's nice to believe in that kind of thing, isn't it?
I don't see why.
What about aliens then?
Oh, let's not get
That's
that.
Right, History Channel.
That's
Who invited
slightly, that's slightly different, isn't it? Because that's just saying that there's other life forms other than
There are.
Yeah.
Well, it depends.
Right.
Life forms like life could be like bacteria, kind of.
Yes,
I definitely think. that
which
is.
is some theories say that that's how we were created. Like
Yeah.
two
Or like a meteor
fibers.
hit gave us water, and then like we thrive.
Yeah.
Right. I like the. I think it was Mark Twain who said it, but I like the idea that it's actually scarier to imagine a universe where we are the only
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
That's scarier than the fact that there could be aliens.
Yeah.
As
But just
much-
not knowing is like that's crazy. Because one day, if the human race survives that long, we will find out whether or not there is life.
Global warming doesn't get us. For that.
Hey, get away from us icebergs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Be really weird.
Yeah.
Before we move on to
Don't
space.
cry, Tom. You look like you're really deep after that.
The bigger picture. Next question after Do You Believe in Ghosts? What is something you've always wanted to try but have been too scared to do? Me personally, it links back to why look at me like that. Me personally, it's
Anal.
I don't know. Mine has been skydiving. Linking back to the first question, like I've always wanted to do skydiving. I just know I'd be petrified doing it.
I'd agree with skydiving.
Yeah.
I always want to do it though.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do it.
You can know double questions, surely. Can't you? So I'll just be like skydiving.
I was gonna be shark diving. Alright, ready? No, that's fine. You can use that. Next question. If you had to spend...
fine,
That was
That works. That works. It's whatever. If you had to spend a year alone with one other person, who would it be and why that person? If you had to spend a year alone with that person, I picked my dog, but then like Penny was like, "That's not a person." I was like, "Yeah, good."
Alone? What do you mean by alone?
In a bedroom.
This
No, like,
person in a room.
just alone. Say like you had to live in a house, like Love Island or Big Brother. You have to be alone with them for a year.
Tom, surely it's an obvious choice for you, isn't it?
It should be. Yeah.
There's too much option for Tom.
Is it? Is it? Well, yeah. I mean, that might get a little bit soul crushing towards the end.
Oh yeah, like with anyone.
With
but
anyone.
like, who do you think you'd be able to feel most comfortable with for the longest amount in that
Yeah,
experience?
probably Soph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I genuinely really don't know, because I don't think I could deal with anyone
No.
for that long.
No.
That's the problem.
Well, I spent nigh on 2 weeks, like, solidly with Jamie, so
Yeah.
it'd probably have to be Jamie.
Yeah, because it works. You spent the longest with him. Yeah.
Yeah. Submit.
Submit. Oh, incorrect answer. Willie. It's supposed to be me, the host. I'll just be recording everything the entire time. Sixth question. If you could be friends with any celebrity, who would it be and why? For me, I said Ryan Reynolds because I feel like he's just a really fun guy to be friends with.
Because he's like your man crush.
He's not my man crush! Yeah.
He's a successful man.
Yeah,
He has
exactly.
his own gin company, isn't he?
He does his own gin company, and then Hugh Jackman, his mate, has his own coffee company, the Laughing Man.
Yes, they do.
It's pretty cool.
I think I'd go DiCaprio just because I think
Oh,
he
yeah.
would be absolutely mental to be like the
He would be.
things, the lifestyle you would live being friends with him.
I bet he's got some
would
stories.
be, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to be friends with
Indiana Jones.
Harrison Ford. To be fair, Harrison Ford is a cool
Yeah,
guy.
he is a cool
He's a
guy.
sound
Yeah.
lad.
He sounds really like grumpy though all the time.
Yeah, but that's amazing. I like that.
You like that in him?
That's cool,
Like that in
yeah.
a man.
That's cool. I reckon I could get through to him. Bit of a gay answer though, isn't it? I mean, not a great answer. Yeah,
2019.
sure.
And final question: when you were younger, what did you want to be when you grew up? Tom, did you want to be a postman?
Indiana
Woody, did you want Indiana Jones?
Say that before you do, Woody. You dick.
Like, did you want to be a postman? Woody, did you want to be a lawyer? Did I want to be in the media industry? What did you want to be when you were younger?
No, I went through a lot of different phases, like I'm sure most kids do.
I want to be a girl.
The main one was a dentist. I always used to think I wanted to be a dentist.
Oh,
But
I love teeth. Okay, Woody. Sort of 2-year-old. Show me your teeth. Get away from me. Why did you?
no, I just really enjoyed going to the dentist. I don't now because I have to pay for it. But,
When
That
it
was-
free, it was
Yeah.
great.
That was the turning point when you were
Yeah.
18.
yeah. No, I don't really know. And I was a bit rubbish at science, so
Oh.
that probably swung me a bit.
It's dentist, yeah.
Yeah,
The only other
That's where
way.
all the failed scientists go.
Dentistry.
Yeah.
Tom.
I didn't want to be a postman, no. I don't know what. Maybe it's something to do with history, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you when you were really young?
Teacher.
Yeah, probably.
Because that's the only
It's the-
only thing you can do in history.
well, there are museum people,
True.
Museum
Sorry,
people.
TV
sorry.
presenters like history kind of. They're kind of cool. I think they're cool. I think like some of
I think-
young history TV presenters on TV doing whatever, like a
I've
show.
never
or
heard of
whatever.
them.
I think they're really cool.
Strike that from the record. What I just said. Destruction 100.
I think Postman's pretty cool. I can imagine a lot of kids seeing the Postman, how friendly they are, and just be like, I want to be like a Postman.
Some of them aren't friendly though.
Oh.
That's the problem. Like, fuck you, kid.
Fuck you, little rat.
Cool.
I always think, right, not me doing it, but I wonder whether it's happened. Like, you know when you get the little bins with all like the people's mail in them.
The bins.
Like all the
Carolyn
wheelie,
bin.
the wheelie,
The
thing.
trolleys.
The trolleys, yeah.
Oh, I've just been chucking my
Has
rubbish in there.
anyone, has anyone ever, as when someone's gone, when the postman's gone in to give the mail, like in, has anyone ever nicked one?
Well, that's an interesting question because most of them should come with bike locks. And when I've been out on one, I don't normally lock it up because I don't normally
You're
have the
supposed
key
to lock
for
it
it.
up. Really?
Yeah.
What, every time you go to the house and back?
No, because let's say you see that road that's running up there.
Yeah.
Let's say we had to do that road, we go up that side and come back down, do the other side.
Yeah.
We'd obviously leave the trolley here because you wouldn't want to take the trolley all the way up and then
Yeah.
down. You just leave it there so you
You'd
could
have
come back
keep
to
walking
it.
back and
No,
forth.
because you take the bundle with you.
Imagine if Woody worked, they do it letter by letter.
Fucking hell.
He's like, there must be an easy way of
Jesus
doing this.
Christ.
Going in one hand.
No, because on the frame, because we have the road names on a frame.
Yeah.
So then you bundle up the road according to the road, take that out, you just have the bundle, so it would all be there. And if you had any parcels, you'd take a bag with you, put the parcels in there, and go up and down and come back
Have
to
you
the
ever
trolley.
forgotten to give a parcel and had to then walk
Yeah.
back?
Yeah, so
that
many
must
times.
be so infuriating.
So many times have I fucked up.
Standing at the door.
Fucking kicking the trolley, like, fuck's sake.
Have you ever left the trolley? I feel like I'm forgetting something.
I haven't done that, no.
On your last day, you should.
Just leave the trolley somewhere.
Yeah, leave halfway through your shift.
So you've never like there's never been a story of it being stolen or whatever.
Oh, there probably has been.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. But,
I
yeah.
mean, no one sends things in the post anymore, really, do they?
Oh, well, yeah, I just do nothing in the day. I'm just like, I wish people sent things in the post nowadays.
No, like they
You
do, but
fucking
like,
knob.
but not like people don't really send checks and stuff like that anymore because it's all like online banking is like so big now, and like
Yeah.
valuables aren't really. That's what I'm trying to
To be
say.
fair, I'd say Royal Mail is more of a parcel company that also does
Yeah.
letters nowadays.
Yeah.
Really? Because it's just that's how it works now.
Yeah.
You still have to
most
send
people,
parcels.
most people on eBay use it, and
Yeah.
you know, it's only really Amazon that delivers their own parcels, isn't it? But
Their own parcels, yeah, it's
Yeah.
Amazon, yeah.
I just picture because there's no letters. Like when a letter comes in, all the postmen are fighting together. I'm not delivering. Give me someone.
We do
one
still-
letter in their bag.
Number 43.
They look at the bike, forget that one letter.
The fuck?
Take the whole trolley out just for the one letter. Lock it at the bottom of the road.
And then spend 3 hours walking to the house.
I love my job.
No, we do still get a lot of mail. Don't get me wrong. It's enough to keep you very busy.
When I was younger, I wanted to be Superman. Very unrealistic answer because
Quite unrealistic.
dentist and
That's cute.
yeah, thanks.
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to be Superman. Look where I am.
Yeah, you've done well.
Living.
Not Superman. Living exactly.
Mm.
So there were 7 questions, guys.
Wow.
Was
All
that
done.
7?
That
That's
took some
questions.
time, didn't it? Jesus.
That went really quick.
Woody, obviously, you spoke 2 weeks ago about your passion of the blog and everything, and where you want that to go.
I did indeed.
But like that is just so interesting to me, and I feel like we briefly discussed it with Tom earlier. The ideas for it and everything.
Yes,
But like, although
yeah.
it's been 2 weeks, is the passion still there for you?
Yes, yeah, no, definitely. I sound a bit hypocritical because I haven't really put much content out, but you know, with the holiday and
You've had things on.
Yeah, I've had a lot. I've been really busy and sort
Yeah.
of, you know, I've had to write this legal essay for this sort of competition that I'm entering at the moment, which will be published, but obviously it's got to be published after the competition ends because I'll
Yeah.
get done for plagiarism otherwise.
You don't want that.
No.
Maybe I do. No, what do you? I'll do it. No, you win again. What?
Yeah, so that's the reason why I haven't really been active.
Yeah.
And I've wanted to be. You know, I was saying I want to sort of open the sort of gentleman's blog part of it as well.
Is this exclusive stuff that you're telling finally on air?
Yeah.
About your ideas?
Yeah, this is it. No, this is definitely, me and Jamie have discussed it, and this is definitely...
It's definitely going in this direction as well.
I'm definitely starting a gentleman's blog for it, and it will be my baby. Just like the law section of it is my baby as well. Yeah. But, you know, that's sort of my short-term plans for it.
What's really interesting as well is that you can have like one-off writers on there as well.
Yeah.
And like Tom and I were saying, like we might be interested in writing some content for it as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, anyone can write content, and, you know, we'll look at it, edit it, and upload
Change it completely.
Yeah.
Anyway,
under my name.
As long as you're good and you can write.
My dog can run through it.
Yeah. And it's such a broad blog as well that you know it can literally be about anything.
So keep your eyes on that. It's thesynergists.com.
.co.uk.
Sorry.
I got this wrong. Jamie slammed me for it last time because I said .com 2 weeks ago. It's .co.uk.
You fool.
We paid for it to be .co.uk.
And then you plugged it wrong.
Yeah. So you plugged another website which got millions of views because of the podcast.
Exactly.
Now, Tom, something I discussed with you briefly earlier is a little segment that we could do every so often where you can express your fatherhood and your journey into fatherhood. A different experience that you might have had over the last week, which is exclusive, memorable, disgusting, funny, that you've had whilst being a father in the last week. Is there anything you can think of?
Just generally, just how sort of... There's not much at the moment, because obviously she's a newborn. It's quite just non-stop work in looking after her, and there's not much satisfaction apart from the fact that she's here.
Yeah.
Why
are you laughing?
Like parents would understand that it's just a work in progress when they're newborns.
Childhood is just rubbish. Apart from the fact that they're there, it's just rubbish.
Just fucking awful.
She's going to listen to this when she's older.
We spoke about that. We said this is an archive of her learning how difficult she was as a child.
Oh, let's not say all babies are hard, and she's not that hard. She's actually just a really chill, kind of cool baby.
She is cool. I'm like, hey, she ignores me, but she's cool.
Yeah, at the moment. She's cute.
They say, isn't it, twos? When they get to two.
Terrible twos.
How old is she now? Is she 2?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, she came out, a month ago? She's 2. Emerged from her tomb. And
now, because there's 3 of us in today's episode, that means we'll be having games in the next available episode after this one. So please check out Having Games, very different dynamic with Thomas and Woody. They're going to be pushed to the edge of their creative limits and limitations and mindsets, trying to find narratives, movie pitches for a celebrity, a random object, and a genre that I'm going to give them. Woody's very excited, I can see. Check out that episode if you want to. For now, though, we have some reviews, Tom, to read out of reviews of our podcast on iTunes.
Got to quickly review it.
A new one. You guys suck from Woody.
This show stinks. Sucks ass.
It says follow thesynergist.com shit.co.uk. So this one is from JFH2K10. This was a 5-star review, thank you ever so much, with the subject, I can't stop listening. This podcast is a must, such a great conversation between awesome hosts and special guests, an easy listener, perfect for commutes, gym sessions, my preferred choice, and perhaps even cleaning around the house. I can't stop listening. Thank you so much, JFH2K10. Once again, if you want to leave a review, we'll try and read it out as soon as we see them.
Podcast discovery. The different personalities of the co-hosts and guests and their relationships with one another create a balanced and fulfilling audible experience. Personally, the featured episodes with guests are particularly entertaining. The fresh take on competitive games in the podcast make for a stimulating and immersive end to each episode. Definitely a podcast to keep your eyes... ears.
Oh yeah.
Nice one.
I hadn't seen that before.
Keep your eyes and ears on.
Thank you so much for the reviews, guys. It means actually so much to us, you guys leaving reviews.
So which one of you drafted that last one?
I was actually thinking about drafting it. I was thinking about writing fake reviews, but I was like, it would have been so obvious. Josh is amazing. His dick's amazing. Wait a minute.
Such a beautiful man.
His dick is amazing.
Hold on. This is suspicious.
This sounds... So yeah, thank you so much. Remember, guys, if you leave a review on iTunes for us, we will read it out on the next available podcast. For now, though, any shout-outs between you two? Woody, you can shout out your project. Tom, you want to shout out anything? I'll go first. I want to shout out Woody for being back on the podcast. Thank you so much, Woody. We look forward to our journey throughout having words with you on the occasional episode.
Thank you. No, it's very good to be here. Shout out to you guys for having me on.
Oh, thanks for happy.
I really enjoy it actually. It's like, just different mediums of sort of
expressing yourself.
Expression.
No, I love it. I love it. It's fun.
And it's experience for you as well, in case you ever want to do anything like this in the future.
Yeah.
And it's exposure. Because we're naked.
Yeah.
And it's exposure. Yes.
Wow.
God, it's hot in this room.
And we just...
But it's
really hot actually. It's like sweating.
Tom, you want to shout anyone?
I'll just shout out the usual. My life.
Okay. And this coin, I found it.
Are you allowed to shout out yourself?
You can't.
I run this fucking show. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
No, it's like sort of just general etiquette. I didn't know.
You can shout yourself.
I wasn't trying to undermine you, Tom.
Well, you have.
Well,
Woody's like, I got to shout. Wait, you guys can shout
You
yourself.
pulled the rug from underneath my feet.
Woody changes to shout to himself.
No, it's like, you were never allowed to vote for yourself in like stuff. Or you could, but it was bad etiquette.
What are you talking about voting for yourself?
Well, it's the whole sort of like bigging yourself up, isn't it? Like,
Yeah?
Yeah, Tom completely gets. That's why he does it.
Yeah.
Fairs.
Yeah.
More power to you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Reddit. Listen to us on Spotify and iTunes and support us on Patreon at patreon.com/havingwords. Feel free to leave an iTunes review and we'll get round to reading it probably months after you guys have written it. Thank you so much. We're moving on to Having Games. We're going to take a short break and move on to that. So check that out in the next episode, labelled Having Games. Don't know what the title's going to be just yet, but check that episode out because we're going to be in a completely different atmosphere then. It's going to be very competitive.
We're going up to a mountain.
Literally. So thank you ever so much for listening. Woody, thank you for being here so much. And we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.